Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So I know it's been a while since I have done a video in this type of setting, but as you can see from the title of this video, this will be an Instagram Q&A. So about last week, I posted on my Instagram story a question and answer thing, like the kind of like poll thing for people to send in their questions, and I also posted a link in my bio for anonymous questions. So first off, I just want to say thanks for all of you guys who participated and who sent in a question, and I hope that I'll get to answer your question. What I'll do is kind of scan the questions and pick out the ones that are more interesting and answer them. So before I get right into it, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to my channel and turn on your post notifications so you can be notified the next time I post a video. Let's go. Alright, so I have my questions right here on my laptop and I'll just get right into it as I said. So the first question is, name the app that you use the most. Now I think I use a mixture of apps, but I would probably say Instagram, and that's because most of my scrolling and my scroll time comes from that. I also use just the basic apps like Twitter, Snapchat, the basic social media apps. Oh, actually, if we're talking about like apps, it's probably WhatsApp, yeah, because that's where most of the communication comes from. But if we're talking about like a social media app, then probably it would be Instagram. So the next question is, what's your opinion on meeting new people? So I believe that I'm a very friendly person. I do sometimes have my introverted ways, but if I'm placed in a situation where I have to socialize with persons, I will do that with no problem. My only thing is that I don't like small talk, and so I just cannot bother to like be like, oh, so what's your favorite TV show, and like those little basic. I don't like that. So if we're gonna have a conversation or I'm meeting someone for the first time, it has to be something, a meaningful conversation that can have a mark on me, that I can say, oh, so the person they can talk to, or the person they can probably be my friend down the line, something like that. But yeah, I don't have a problem meeting new people, obviously. All right, so the next question is, what do you think about people that have many best friends? I think I did a conversation, a little video on this with Zion back in last year maybe. The topic was friends, and it's titled In the Beauty Shop. So if you want to hear my take on friendship and all of that, you can definitely go and check this video out. I'll drop the suggestion link above. But just basic, I don't think anything is wrong with persons having many best friends. I just would say you have to know if those persons are worth that title in your life, because you can have a lot of friends that you think are your best friends, but they're not really your best friends. But it's really that person that you'll find as like your go-to in any situation, or you can go to at any time for help. What do you like to do on rainy days? Sleep. Honestly, when rain start fall, or if like thunder start roll, it's automatic me need to go in bed, like me need to go in bed. But it never actually happens. That's not always the reality. It's always like I have to do something. But I love when rain is falling. I love when it's raining and it's like nighttime and I'm in my bed, because it just it just add that extra cozy. So yeah, I like to sleep during rain. What makes you instantly like someone? To be honest, I don't know, because I'm gonna answer this from two perspectives. I guess perspective of just being like a normal friendship, or like someone that you just want to get to know like a friend. And then I'll answer it from the other perspective of like if it's somebody that you actually like have a crush on. Like, no, I guess from the friendship perspective, it's just someone who is easy to be around. Sometimes you'll be in a position or a situation where you're around a lot of people, and there may be somebody that you don't know, or like maybe you are the one person that nobody knows. But if it's the opposite and everyone knows you except that one person, and the person is just standoffish and not try to socialize or incorporate themselves into what's happening, that I don't like. So if someone is new or there, like you're thrown into a situation and you're able to adjust and just adapt to whatever situation is happening, so you can join the conversation and you can just have fun and just gel. I love that. So I like that person. I'll be like, you can vibe and we can be friends. From the other perspective, honestly, I don't think I instantly like someone. Like, I don't know, because I think you have to, over time, you have to realize something that you like in the person to even know that you like them. You get me? So today it might be okay, they're cute or whatever, which is very shallow. But okay, tomorrow, no, you're like, that person has a good personality, or they can reason well, or whatever. Or next day, oh, they have this or whatever. And over time, you're like, something like the person. But it's not just like a love at first sight business, if you get what I'm saying. What inspired you to start making YouTube videos? This is a really good question. I did a video. When I did my first video, actually, I spoke about why I started and all of that, but I'll just say it a little more now, and I guess a little more meat on that. So first off, when I got the nudge about starting YouTube, actually, what's funny is the other day I found a video in my phone where I was doing sort of like a vlog from like years ago, like before I even had the thought of even doing YouTube. And I was like, wow, I really wanted to do this long time. I just didn't know how, or didn't get that push to do it. But so first off, I always liked the idea of documenting things that happen in your life and just having a little community where you can talk and just share things with people. So I always liked that idea. So I always know that, all right, possibly one day I can be a vlogger or a blogger. Yeah. And then shortly before I joined, my cousin Morgan Alex joined. You can go and check out her channel. And so she kind of also gave me that little extra push too. So I'm like, you know what, she do this and she can do this, so you can do it too. So it was kind of like, just like a ripple of her, and also just all the thoughts that I've been having. It also took me a little while to start because I was writing on my ideas, what would my channel possibly be about. But again, as I said, I just like the idea of the sense of community that I can share with my subscribers about what's happening in my life. So yeah. Are you antisocial or friendly? I think I answered this when I answered a question earlier. I think I'm a very friendly person. I'm able to rock well in any situation, but I just don't like small talk. Alright, so the next question is, what's your skincare routine? I have a video up on this, but honestly it has changed since, so I maybe need to do an updated video. But right now I'm using Fenty skincare line, and I'm also using Black Cone from Silk & Skin. That's a Jamaican company, small business. And I'm also using a neem soap. So I've heard about the neem soap that can help with my eczema, my hyperpigmentation, and the Black Cone also does the same. Helps with a lot of the eczema and hyperpigmentation and irritation and all that stuff. And so yeah, so I'm using a big straw of all that stuff. So yeah, check out these places and check out these types of soaps and stuff, and how they can also be beneficial to you in your skincare routine. Which country do you always want to go to? Alright, I have a lot of ideas, or destinations that I really want to go to. Honestly, I'm not one of those people who be like, say me really like, if before me dead me have to go, yes. But I have a few bucket list places where I wouldn't mind going to. I want to go to France, I want to go to Italy, yeah, and then I also want to go to those nice tropical places like Maldives, and I want to go to Bali, and just the typical destination spots, if you wish. So yeah. Alright, so this question says, are you happy with life right now? Alright, I'm just gonna interpret this to be like, if I'm happy with where I'm at in my life right now. And I would say yes, I am very happy. I'm gonna be doing another video in the future where I will talk about like my next steps, or like what's new in my life, so you can stay tuned for that. But yeah, I'm definitely happy and living life. I really just wish I could be doing more, having more fun, checking things off my bucket list. I just I love goats, so I just wish me could not go every day and something, but that take money and me not no money. All right, so the next question is, do you believe in no sex before marriage? Now, being growing up in a Christian home, these principles have been instilled in me since I was a child. It's just the known thing that, okay, no sex before marriage, right? No, I think the culture also grooms us to believe this, like especially if you're in a Christian home, as I said before. But naturally there are people who just do what they want. So if I believe in it, yes, I do. I believe that having no sex before marriage really preserves a relationship. But as a youth and like teenagers or like growing up in the church or whatever, we already know that it's a struggle to like just abstain and not do it. But yes, I do believe in no sex before marriage, because as I said before, it really preserves our relationship and hold it out till the long run, or for the long run. The next question, I guess, which ties really well with this one, is, do you plan on getting married? I have, my dream is to get married, yes, so I do plan on getting married. So yeah, I guess that's it, short and spicy. All right, so how old are you? I am 22. I'm gonna be 23 in 2 months. All right, so now I'm gonna go to the next set of questions over here. So this question, which I've been seeing, I saw this question 3 different times. Yeah, I've seen this question 3 different times, so I want to just quickly answer that. It's what's my future job or my future career path? So I am currently in medicine. I aspire to be a medical doctor. I don't know what specialization just yet. But yeah, I know I want to be a doctor, and soon, and very soon, I'll know what exactly I want to do. But yeah. So this question is really interesting. It says, if you could do college over again, what would you change? So most of you would already know from my grad series that I recently graduated from the University of Tampa with a bachelor's degree in biology, period. So honestly, and if you guys really are following up my channel, you would know that college for me, or just the journey towards college, was really a fight, and it was really hard. So going to college already with all of those stressors and those setbacks and everything was already a hard task for me, going in and trying to transition and all that. And as I was saying, so yeah, going into college for me was already hard, and trying to transition and all of that stuff. And so I think I definitely need to do a video about just my journey through college, and like tips for persons who are attending college and coming from any country and all that stuff, because honestly it's not easy. It's like you're literally a fish out of water. So if I could do college over again, what I would have done for myself at least was make sure that I was more prepared going in. So whether from the exam, like SATs, straight back onto walking onto that college grounds that first day, I would have literally tried to be so much more prepared and did my research, because I really did not know half the things that I needed to know to begin. So I was really literally learning by doing. Like I was just going about my day and learning new things as I was going along. And honestly, for a student, first of all, coming from a different country and having so many challenges from prior reaching to college and all that, it was just not easy. So yeah, I would definitely just be more prepared going in, and then just being in college too. I think if I could do something over as well, like while the tenure of being in college would just be probably have more fun. I was so focused on the fact that I needed to do well. I needed to prove my detractors wrong. I needed to just show everybody that I can do this, and it possibly robbed me of the whole college experience, where go on, you have parties and you have fun and all of that. But I still had my fun and I still did what I needed to do, but I was really, really focused on my grades, on studying, and just doing well. And I really don't regret that, but I could have cut myself a little slack here and there. So the next question is, what's your favorite Bible verse and why? Honestly, there are so many Bible verses that I love. And everybody love, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. And honestly, that's a really good one, because naturally, like, even going through college and stuff, that was one verse that pushed me. I really love for I know the plans you have for me, said the Lord, plans to prosper you and not harm you, and etc. I love that verse because it just shows that there's a purpose for you on this earth, and that God knows the plans. And sometimes, like, I'll be very doubtful, or just not sure about what my future will hold, but this verse always reminds me, God has a plan for you, and there's a purpose for you and a purpose for your life. So yeah, so those are two. I gave you two. All right, so this question says, if you got 1 million US right now, what would you do with it? All right, first off, when I think about these large sums of money, like if you were to get this money, whether you did win lotto or someone just hand you the $1 million, I already know off the bat what I would have wanted to do. First thing I would do is pay off my tuition, because I'm trying to secure that education bag. And then secondly, I would definitely try to repay my mom, especially for her sending me to college for those 3 years in undergrad, and I know continuing my studies. So I would definitely pay for my tuition, or put aside some money that can cover my tuition for the next amount of years I'm going to be going to school. And then I would give mommy some money to try to repay her for that. And then I would try to buy myself a home and just kind of secure myself, and put on some, of course. But yeah, like, who doesn't love to talk about what they would do with money? Like, all right, so the next question is, which is kind of like a trick question, because my cousin sent this in. What's your favorite online jewelry store? So my cousin Brittany, she recently started a affirmation jewelry company. It's known as BAS, which is Brittany Ashley Salmon Collection. So that's her name. So you can go and check her out on Instagram. I'll drop the handle right here. She started this journey, because she's in med school, and she always needed, those affirmations. So some of the pieces have like Bible verses or just different quotes that affirm you each day, and they are all hyperallergenic and gold plated. No, sir, no gold plated. Just know so them now go wash out and turn green. I don't remember the name, please. Anyways, so go and check her out, guys, and support her if you can. I think this is the last question. It says, what's your favorite food? No, I think I have a lot of favorite things that I like, or different things that I like. If you're talking about food in terms of like breakfast, lunch, or dinner, my favorite meal of the day is definitely breakfast. I love breakfast food. I can eat breakfast for all 3 meals of the day. I can eat breakfast in the night. I just love breakfast. So I think my favorite food just definitely be anything that's breakfast related, literally. Yeah. So guys, that is basically the end of the question. And yeah, I kind of just skipped out the ones that weren't really worth mentioning, because I kind of answered these already, or at some point on my channel I've addressed that question before. So that's basically gonna be the end of this video. I really hope that I answered your questions well. I hope that you guys got sufficient answers, if that makes sense. But I just want to say thanks again for submitting a question if you did. And yeah, I really enjoyed this as a segment. This is my first time doing an IG Q&A, and I've always wanted to, I just always didn't know how, or like didn't know if I should have, because it was like everybody was doing it, or maybe people don't really like it. But I really want to say thanks to those who sent in questions. I got a lot of questions, and so thanks for taking the time to just type a little question here and there. But yeah, so this is gonna be the end of the video, guys. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe once more to my channel, and stay tuned for my next upload. See you guys.